All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on beards. I'm just going to talk about how Yahweh doesn't tell us to have a beard for no reason. All right, there's reasons why Yahweh wants us to have a beard, but let's say that there wasn't any physiological reasons as to why we're supposed to have a beard, and let's say there wasn't any benefit to having a beard. That still wouldn't matter, all right? Because if Yahweh tells you to do something, right, you're supposed to do it. And what we're fighting for as Hebrew Israelites to be under the continual guidance of Yahweh without effort through us being under the new covenant. I'm just going to quickly get that scripture because that's the main thing that a Hebrew Israelite is working for, man, to be under the new covenant and to get salvation, all right, which the true salvation comes from being under the new covenant. Because if you just get taken out of one captivity, but you're not we didn't have our hearts circumcised, we'd end up back in another captivity again anyway. This is Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws, all right, not Moses' laws, as some people like to say, which that's not me putting down Moses, but some people try and make out like they're Moses' laws. All right, these are God's laws, man. These are God's laws that if you follow these things, you get everlasting life. For this is the covenant that I make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I'll put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I'll be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. So let's look at one of the laws that is going to be given to the Israelites. Let's have a look. This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. So you're not supposed to get shape-ups, and you're not supposed to cut your beard off, man. And just a little testimony, right? Because there was a time in the past where I used to get my hair cut, right? Go to the barbers at one stage. I remember when I was doing it weekly, man. Weekly shape up, weekly haircut and all of this stuff, right? And like I thought I was doing something at that time, but really I was being stupid, man, and I was sinning, right? And just to give another bit to this testimony as well, back when I used to like shave my facial hair and stuff like that, I used to get ingrowing hairs, man. And it would be like weird. It would like be, it felt dirty, man. Like the ingrowing hairs and stuff like that felt dirty. Like there'd be like burns that you'd get from the razor and stuff like that. So for the shape up, it's not really a hygienic procedure, man, to be going through that, to be getting your face shaved down to the skin. That's not hygienic, man, and that's why we get the ingrowing hairs and all of these things. Now, I'm gonna quickly go and show something else, because a lot of people, even on the fake Yahweh Shai image that you see, even on this so-called Jesus Christ image that you see, they give that a beard, all right? Yet people in the world don't really want to have a beard for the most part, and having a beard is viewed as like you're going on hard times if you've got a beard. But I'm gonna read something and go into it to where really the truth is that really the world likes beards anyway, and there's an actual use for it. This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So the hair on his head was white like wool, and the hair on his face was white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice is the sound of many waters. Which verse 15 is going into how Yahweh Shai's skin is dark brown, man, extremely dark brown, all right? But verse 14 says his head and his hairs were white like wool, all right, meaning that he had a beard, all right? Yahweh Shai had a beard, man. He was a so-called black man with very dark brown skin, very extremely dark brown skin, man, all right? And white hair on his head, woolly hair, and white hair on his beard, which was also woolly in texture, all right? Now, that being said, I'm going to go to this article, which says 9 surprising health benefits of having a beard. And I'm just going to read all 9. I may as well read all 9 of these. And I'll just, like, if it comes to it, I'll read out certain points on certain ones. So number 1, keeps dust, allergens, and bacteria out of your mouth and nose. Now let me read a bit about this. It says, when you're going about your business every day, you subject your mouth, your nose, and your respiratory system as a whole to dust, allergens, bacteria, and other contaminants. These things that are scattered all around in the air that you breathe, there is no way to completely stop them from making their way into your body through your mouth and nose. But if you have a beard, it will serve as a greater buffer between your mouth and nose and the outside world. So your beard protects you, man. All right, the beard that you have on your face protects you. Let me carry on. It says you will of course need to make a concerted effort to clean your beard on a regular basis, which obviously you're gonna wash your face. All right, you're obviously gonna wash your face anyway. All right, since it will trap dust, allergens, bacteria, and other contaminants and hold them in place. But you're better off doing that than breathing in these and potentially putting your health at risk. So a beard protects you, man. Let me just read the last bit. It says beards are especially useful for those who work in dusty conditions almost every day. So like a construction guy, right? A carpenter maybe that's sanding down wood, all right? That's a dusty job. Construction is a dusty job, right? It will protect you, man. You'll allow less dust to make its way into your body by growing a beard and maintaining it over time. Now, some brothers can't grow beards, but that's fine. But if you can grow a beard and you're not growing one, well then you're not giving yourself a benefit like this. Verse 2 prevents asthma from asthma attacks from happening. Now, I'm like I said, I'm not going to go into all of this stuff, but this will work the same way as it by preventing the dust, which I'll quickly read. It says, breathing in too much. I'm reading from here. Let me just highlight it. I'm reading from there. All right. It says, breathing in too much dust can also cause an asthma attack to occur. It's why it's important for you to limit the amount of dust you take in and day out, and that's again through the beard, man. Verse 3, number 3, protects your face from the sun's UV rays. And on another video that I saw, it's actually said that it like protects your body from this by like 1/3, man. It adds about an extra third of protection, which I'll read this point. It says, do you wear sunscreen on your face all year round? Chances are you don't. Most people don't even think to put sunscreen on your face. This is when it's freezing cold. Now, we ain't Edomites, man, so we don't need to do that. All right, that's an Edomite thing to be putting sunscreen on. All right, but carrying on down, man. Let me read. He said, but experts say it's a good idea to consider doing it if you want to stop the sun's UV rays from doing long-term damage to your skin. Even in the dead of winter, UV rays can still prove to be harmful to your skin, harmful to the skin in your face. If you would rather not have to worry about applying sunscreen to your face every morning, a beard will work just as well. It will provide your face with an extra layer of protection and prevent the sun's UV rays from coming into direct contact with your skin. So it protects your skin, man. A beard will protect your skin. All right. Number 4, keeps your face and neck warm in the winter. All right. It does, man. Like when you like if you're a brother that used to shave your beard, man, you remember that your face used to feel cold, man. Once you would shave off your face, and you might have not shaved off all your facial hair completely, right? You might have shaved it off to have a goatee. You might have shaved it off just to have the mustache, but your face used to feel cold and you'd almost feel like naked, man. All right. Number 5. In fact, back onto this point here, and I'm gonna post this article into the description anyway. But back onto this, it said that you can like save you like on another video I saw on this point. It said that having a beard can protect you by like 1 degree. Right, can increase your body temperature by like 1 degree, which is quite a lot, man. Right, to have your body temperature raised by 1 degree is quite a substantial amount, considering like that could be the difference of being considered to have a fever versus not having a fever, man. Right, 37.5 I believe is like where you're considered to be having a fever, and like if you got certain conditions it can be a problem. Number 5, reduces acne and hides any acne that you might have. Now again, when I used to like shave my facial hair, like I'd get like certain spots and stuff like that, man, and it would be gross, man. It's like, it's not hygienic to shave like that. Now the scriptures say don't mar the corners, like as in don't like shape it up and stuff like that, but you can trim your beard. All right, there's nothing wrong in the scriptures are called to do with trimming your beard, man. It's fine to trim your beard. But it's also, if you don't want to trim your beard, that's fine too, because Aaron had a beard that went down to his feet. This is number 6. Lowers your chances of developing ingrowing hairs and hair folliculitis. I'll read into this. It says, anytime you pull out a razor and shave your face, you're going to open up yourself to the possibility of ingrown hairs forming. You're also going to increase your chances of developing folliculitis, which is a condition that causes inflammation in your hair follicles. In some cases, you could even get an infection simply by shaving your face. If you happen to cut yourself while doing it, you won't have to be concerned about any of these things when you stop shaving and grow a beard. Exactly. You can save yourself from infections that can ruin your health by just not bothering to shave off your beard, man. And in this time that we're living in, like, I don't like. There's never a reason. From my point of view, I don't see any situation where you've ever had to not have a beard, man. I don't really know of any job where they say don't have a beard on your face. I've never heard of that personally. Now, if somebody else says that there is, well, hey, I don't know about that. But I've never personally came across any situation of any job or any situation where you have to not have a beard. Number 7, helps your skin retain moisture, so your skin is going to be less dry. It's going to keep your body hydrated for longer. All right. Number 8, slows down the aging process, so you look younger for having a beard, which, like, that's going to make you be more youthful. And a lot of shaving is done in vanity, right? But looking younger for longer is a benefit, man. All right. And there's other studies out there which you can look into it yourself, where women have, like, one that springs to mind is, I believe it was 8,000 women was questioned on whether they find what types of men they found attractive, and the majority of the women in the study found men with beard more attractive than men without beards. So it's a thing that women find more attractive. Like, the things that women find attractive are those things that they won't find in their gender. All right. So that's why women like tall men, because the average woman is not as taller than the average man. That's why women like strong men that go to the gym that have got muscles, right? That's why they like a man that's got a deeper voice versus a non-deeper voice, right? That's why they might like a man that's got bigger hands, bigger legs, whatever traits they're not gonna find in a woman. That's what's gonna make a woman be attracted more to a man. And a beard is one of those, because women don't grow beards, all right? Women don't grow beards, man. Now, the things that are, just to put it into perspective, the things that we as men find more attractive are things that we don't find in women. So a soft-spoken voice, right? They might be petite, they have the curves, right? These are the things that they smell different to men. And these are the things that their skin's soft, you know? That these are the things that we find attractive in women, because that's the opposite of what is in a man. They don't have big muscles. Men don't like women that are big muscle. Men don't like women that are henched off. You know what I mean? Men don't like women to be having 8-packs and 6-packs, to be MMA fighters hitting the punch bag, throwing roundhouse kicks in the gym. Men don't like that. Men don't like women to be masculine, and that's why there's this whole thing going on around this earth right now, with all these women screaming at the top of their lungs that they're high-value women, flapping their gums about what job they do, as if anyone cares, man. Number 9, makes you feel better about yourself overall. Now, let me read this. It says, a study that was conducted a few years ago revealed that men who have beards report feeling more attractive and more confident because of them, because you get more respect for having a beard anyway. All right, you get more respect for having a beard. Like, back to another video I saw as well, they mentioned that men that have a beard are viewed to be more aggressive. Now, if you're viewed to be more aggressive, people are not going to come at you a certain way. They're going to stay in line to a certain degree, a bit more than if you don't have a beard. Because if you don't have a beard, it's almost like you're viewed as a kid, man. And because Israelites are naturally younger looking anyway, there might be brothers that are in their 30s, 40s, even 50s, and once they shave their beard off, they might lose like a damn 15, 20 years off their age, man. To where a brother that's in his 50s might look like he's in his 30s now. Or a brother that's in their 20s might look like he's a kid, a teen. A man that's in his 30s might look like he's a teen too, or in his early 20s. But then we also look young because of the beard, as I just read in this article too. Let me carry on reading this. It says, a study was conducted a few years ago revealed that men who have beard report feeling more attractive and more confident because of them. It seems as though just the simple act of growing a beard can improve the way that a man feels about themselves overall. Men also have the opportunity to feel even better about themselves by trimming beards and styling them. Now, that's where this is going off, man, because trimming your beard's fine, but you ain't supposed to like be styling it to where you're like doing certain weird things with it, man. All right, there's a certain point to where you'll be going off if you start shaping it up and stuff like that. There are so many great trimmers out there that can make their beards perfect, which every brother's got their own type of beard anyway. Like, not to make this video about me, but I don't have a full beard. There's gaps in my beard, right? But if you was to say, oh, there's gaps in your beard, so I'm just gonna not grow one and just gonna go clean shaven, well, then that's going off, man. It's better to grow with whatever beard and whatever facial hair the Most High Yahweh has gave yourself to have. All right. Now, here's one thing that they didn't mention on this about having a beard. If you don't have a beard on your face and you can have one, that's a sin, right? And if you're sinning, well, that's the wages of death, because there's a whole multitude of ways that you have to live according to the scriptures in order to never die, and having a beard is one of those rules. This is Romans chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord. In the kingdom, every single Israelite man is going to have a beard. So now, if you can grow a beard, grow it. And there's no point not growing it, because it has a benefit to you, as I just read. But in the kingdom, we're going to have beards, and that is what, let's say you did everything else right, but you didn't do that. Well, then you're worthy of death, according to the scriptures. And in the kingdom, like I said again before, we're going to all have beards. So a brother that can't grow a beard now, he's going to have a beard. But that was the one thing that they obviously they're not going to mention it on there anyway, about everlasting life. But a beard is one of the rules, one of the things we have to do in order to get everlasting life. Because when we're under the new covenant, we're going to be following that as well. Because everything, the whole accumulation of the law, is what causes a man to have everlasting life, which I'm going to read. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do the things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all the wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotence, omnipotency. Let me read that again. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. So it's the knowledge of him being as powerful as he is, man. If you fear the Lord, you're gonna follow that. You're not gonna want to not follow these things if you can. But yeah, that's the lesson, man. The scriptures tell us to have a beard for a reason. It's not just for no reason why the scriptures say to have a beard. All right, we're supposed to have one, man. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.